I started the school in 1986, and we're now celebrating our 30th year. If I had to say what particularly excites me about the children after all these years, it's their excitement about learning, their excitement about realizing something has come together for them, their excitement about realizing that they are in control of what they're learning.
I have a child that gets up in the morning and loves coming to school, and is excited about it, and comes back home and talks and speaks to me about her day in an excited fashion.
All of our children who have been here have always loved school. But I think looking at a younger child's perspective, their preparation in the primary years is unlike anything else you can get in Charlotte. The foundation is really amazing, and to watch it each year as they build upon the foundation, and then when you get to the elementary level and the focus the kids have, their ability to stick to a project, and again, their reading level, it's really amazing.
We're very closely adhered to the AMI Montessori principles. We're not trying to reinvent Montessori and find something that might work better. We really find that when we follow Dr. Montessori's philosophy, the children do extremely well. It's a very comprehensive, time-tested method of education.
When I first heard the description of what a typical Montessori elementary class is like, I mean, seriously, my first thought was, that's got to be total chaos. The thing I'll never forget was how stunning it was to me to come in and sit down. One, the kids were incredibly courteous, and they brought you a little tray of snacks and tea, but the calmness, and like they were all focused. I could not believe how they worked independently, some in small groups, and how the teacher managed to teach lessons, assist children with questions, still within this whole atmosphere of sort of calm, directed learning. And I would never have imagined that was possible until I did my first visit.
Anami has this really strong sense of community. Everyone's involved, everyone's engaged. The staff, the teachers, they're really passionate about what they're doing.
It is always a pleasure to come to school, to see the children, to be with them. They're so open-hearted.
They not only really truly care about the Montessori principles and fulfilling that, but they also really care about the children. So we have these relationships that are carried on from year to year to year, and they really just have great relationships with the children, with every child. I thought my children were special, but it turns out that the staff and the teachers truly love all children here at Anami.
They meet the children's needs individually. So every one of them knows my children and what they need. And if a child needs a hug, they will get a hug. If a child needs to be left alone, they respect that and give them their time. And so Anami is all about meeting the child's needs.
Occasionally I run into former students by accident, and other times they come and look us up or they drop by here. It is such a pleasure to reconnect with them. I always love hearing what they've been up to.
I think the biggest benefits I got out of my education at Anami was a passion for learning, the confidence and wherewithal to achieve any learning, any topic that I want to know more about. I know how to do it, and I know that I can do it.
So what was special about Montessori education, the Montessori system, versus my experience later with public education, a little bit of private education, was this focus on learning for the sake of learning, of loving to learn just for the sake of it, not for some outcome other than increased knowledge, expansion of knowledge. I think what I learned really quickly transitioning to public school was that I could achieve the outcome expected, a grade, and at my house, a good grade, with a lot less effort than what I would put into the exact same activity in Montessori school, because the objective at Anami was to learn, and so there's kind of no end to that. But in law school even, I thought, if I made it this far, I got into this great law school, let me learn for the sake of learning and it not have this added level of competition that should be meaningless at this stage. So I think that was a long-standing impact from Montessori education for me.
As a mom, I was trying to find the right school for my son, and I went to a Montessori school, Anami, and observed in a classroom. And I was so amazed at the organization, the respect that existed in that classroom. The kids were quiet, they were respectful, they were listening to the teacher, and they were involved in wonderful activities. It really made a great impression on me. Having my son there was the right choice. They teach respect for each other, which is wonderful, and they also help the child learn at their own pace. When they're ready for the next lesson, the teacher gives it to them.
Well, the last 30 years have gone by much, much faster than I ever would have imagined. I just can't believe it's been 30 years. But they really have been unendingly rewarding. Some of the most important highlights for me have really been getting to know the students and their families and seeing how the students have blossomed and just become such capable, curious, confident, compassionate people that are some of the finest people I've ever met. If I had to pick one thing that I believe has made Anami so successful, it would really be that we aimed high and we continue to aim higher.